Hello, 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 everybody. We're going to get started here just in a second. Actually, a minute. How's it going? Sending out my Discord notification that I'm live. There we go. Say hi in the chat. I'll be the first. Well, no, I was going to be the first one, but there's already two people. Hello, William, Philip. We got a different one today. I'll describe what we're doing here shortly. How's it going? Zimbicus? I have no clue. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce these names. How's it going, everybody? Now, coding room, I can pronounce that. Bond, I can do that. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, what's up? Try pronouncing this one. Yeah, that's a good one. There's no way. Abhishek. Is that it? Let me know. Is Tailwind another framework? Well, Tailwind is just a different way to structure your CSS in a sense that you don't really write the CSS. It's all just a bunch of classes. So you can call it a framework in that sense. CSS framework. What's up? Yep, I'm making a Scrimba course. All right, so there's enough people in here, so I'll introduce what exactly I'm doing today. So I've been working on a Scrimba course. So if you don't know Scrimba.com, it's rapidly growing. It's a new way to approach tutorials in terms of development tutorials. It's a live code editor, and it's like video, but it's not video, and it's interactive. So I've actually known the creator of Scrimba online for several years while they were developing this thing, and I'm going to go ahead and do a course, a UI design course. It's going to be a course that's geared towards developers. So we're thinking on a title, something like Design for Developers, because this is a developer-based platform because it's a live code editor. But I decided I can use CSS to teach UI design to people who are already familiar with HTML and CSS. So what I want to do is create an actual lesson, so you guys could see like what goes into this, and also so I can kill two birds with one stone. I like doing my live streaming things on Friday, and I also like being able to work at the same time. So I'm able to get a lesson done here, and I thought, you guys might be interested in seeing, how this platform works, and also how I work in terms of creating a lesson. So my initial lessons, this is basically the second chapter. I'm doing the introduction stuff after, but the second chapter is all about UI design fundamentals. So I'm covering stuff like contrast, visual hierarchy, scale, alignment, all that stuff, white space. So today, I only have two more left. As a part of this chapter, I'm going to work on a color in UI design lesson. So I'm going to first create some slides using Google Slides, because the Scrimba platform allows me as an author, or anybody, by the way, anybody can go to Scrimba.com and create a screencast. That's what's really, really cool about it. It allows you to import slides. So usually at the beginning of my lessons, I'll have a couple slides talking about what I'm doing, and then we hop into the editor, which, as you can see, it's just a code editor, and what's really cool is the code editor, when I type here or when I move the cursor around, the student actually sees exactly what I'm doing, along with my voiceover audio. So I'll be able to create kind of like a project demo in this little mini web browser that they have, and it's usually just a simple, maybe a card-based layout. It's not like a whole website layout for these initial videos, for these UI design fundamentals, but it'll allow me to show how color in UI design is so important. So it'll start off with a bad example, and then I'll work through the CSS to improve it. And what's really cool about Scrimba is there's coding challenges. So as a part of my course, there's going to be, actually I can show you. Let me just show you real quick. Let me go to my profile here. I'm going to go to view profile. we're going to go to one of these challenges. Here's an actual challenge. You're not going to be able to actually, I could just link you guys in the thing. You guys can watch it for yourselves. I think this is publicly available. Let me know if that's not. Click it and then see if you can hit play. That way you guys can see exactly what the Scrimba system is like. So if you hit play, you'll hear me on your computer. And like for this particular, let me turn that down. This particular challenge, we take this really ugly design that you see here, and then I challenge you using what you've learned so far to create something that's much better. So after you pause the video, which is what you're supposed to do, you try to use the CSS properties to make it better, and then you unpause it, and then I show you what I would have done. So that's what's really cool. It's kind of interactive in this way, and that we can go from, let's see, like I show you how to go from this really ugly example right here, and then try to use your CSS properties and your knowledge of those properties and values to go to something that's much better in terms of UI design. So there's going to be a million, not a million, but a ton of these type of kind of just interactive ways to try to get better at UI design. All right. Okay. So let me go ahead and go back to my profile here. We'll go in color. Wait, is color the one to do? Yeah. So I haven't yet created this lesson, and that's what I'm doing for this live stream. I'm going to go ahead and work on the color lesson and the slides and also the project demo here. Then you guys get to sit here, ask me questions. I'll check out the chat over here. And yeah, so let me check out the chat to see if there's any questions I want to answer. Some of them I don't. Any portfolio review, maybe at the end if we have some time. We'll see. Let's see. It has Svelte. I think they have a Svelte course. I think I saw something like that there. Let's see. Do we have an approximate release date? I do have an approximate release date. Definitely Q1 of this year. So it would be awesome if I'm done recording everything, because I want to try to get to 10 hours. I'm probably only at about 40 minutes right now. I would like to get to have the whole thing recorded by sometime in February, maybe later February. So we'll see. How much will the course cost? Not exactly sure yet. It's probably going to be into the $20, $30 range. That's what they've set up. And trust me, I mean, this is the largest course I've ever created. I probably created 60 courses for Pluralsight and Tuts Plus, which is the Envato network, and digital tutors, and nothing has ever come close to the amount of work that's going to go into this course. So it's going to be awesome. All right, so let's do this. So color, we have to talk about color in UI design, and I have to create initially some slides. So this is Google Slides right here. Let me just enlarge this real quickly. And what I like to do, like I said, is just have a couple slides at the beginning talking about, this particular UI design fundamental. So understanding color, I'm just going to kind of come up with a good intro about the importance of color in UI design, because let's face it, color, when we're talking about a UI design and a visitor's for the first time coming and visiting your website, your layout, your app, whatever it is, your UI design, color is going to be, it's the first thing that really shapes their perception of your app or your company or your brand, right? Color is a part of your brand identity or visual identity, as it's called. So I think maybe I want to talk about something like that, maybe a sentence or two, just to kind of introduce people to this lesson and this concept here. So what should I do? What should I say? I mean, I will take suggestions from you. I don't have it planned already. So that's kind of the whole purpose. I'm putting myself on the spot here to really try to come up with something good while a bunch of you, 163 people are watching me live. So I'm just gonna start just thinking. I might be blank for a while because if I'm talking, I can't really think about what I want to say. Let's see here. Color in UI design. All right. What about it? I'm sitting here watching the YouTube chat. That's going to be distracting. Maybe this was a bad idea. Color and UI design. The one UI design fundamental that has the No, I'm not shutting it down. There's no way that the first UI design fundamental that shapes a user's experience. Do I want to use shape? I'm not sure. The first UI design fundamental is color. Okay. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but we're going to go with it for now. All right. Probably, I might do a few portfolio reviews here and there. So if you guys want to submit in the Discord server, you can go ahead to the Discord server in feedback and just submit down here. All right. Let's see. So the first UI design fundamental that shapes a user's experience is color. So if you think about it, you know, really it's a light and dark value. Usually websites kind of fall within either being in a light color scheme or a dark color scheme. Or some of them are just they really want to make a bold statement. The background color would be like a vibrant color like red or some type of purple. This is really the first thing that you take in before even reading anything, right? So I think that's an accurate statement. The first UI design fundamental that shapes a user's experience is color, or informs them or gives them some type of feeling about your brand. I think we'll just stick with that. And then I also want to mention and just very lightly touch on color theory. So we'll duplicate that slide and let's see here. I'm going to get rid of this text block, and then we're going to step into, actually no, I forgot, you can use shapes here. Yeah, I'm going to delete, let me just do this. All right, I know what I'll do. I'm going to delete this one, and then I'm going to get a shape here. Actually, how do I change the background color of these slides? Change background. There we go. And I'm going to do just a couple color theory, like meanings of colors. I'm not going to do them all because that would get real repetitive, but I think I'll add a resource from which people can learn more about colors and their meanings. But you can't talk about color in UI design without talking about the meanings of colors, and also in relation to different cultures, how one color may mean something to this culture and then it may mean something completely different to this culture. So your target demo for your UI design, your project, really needs to be taken into account. So I think I'll just do two different colors and about their meanings. So I think I'll do, let's see here, green. Maybe we'll do green. Okay. Boy, that's bright. Maybe I'll use a different shade, but I'm going to do a text box here. So I'm going to get out a big old text box. And I'll do, you know, what is green usually associated with when a person sees green in terms of psychology. So what I'll do is green could be associated with what? Wealth? Yeah. So I'm going to initially get some type here. We're going to center it. Where's my center? Format options. Oh, come on. So Google Slides is a little bit frustrating in that their alignment, I remember having an issue with this before. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, so it's right there. We'll also make the color white. And we'll large this big. Let's see here. Wealth. It could be nature, growth, because, you know, what grows that's green? Well, plants and stuff, obviously. Wealth, nature, growth. All right. And by the way, when I'm doing my voiceover for this topic, I'm not going to have everything like scripted out in terms of my voiceover dialogue. A lot of it I'm just going to be coming up on the top of my head. Now, I do run the risk when I'm recording of like screwing up and jumbling up my words. In that case, there is an editor afterwards where I can just cut those parts out. So Scrimba has that editor. It's very easy to use. All right, wealth, nature, and growth. I think I'll just do another one like black. So we'll change the background color here to black this time. And this will be black. There we go. And then black, if you're using black or near black in your UI design, black is usually associated with luxury, sophistication, and there's several other meanings. What else could be? Yeah, I think just, yeah, elegance. All right, so we'll take this down a notch in terms of size to like 36. There we go. All right, and then I also wanted to touch on avoiding a bunch of colors in UI design. So when I do these portfolio reviews, like on most Fridays, you could tell that some people simply just have too many damn colors, and it really throws off the flow of the design. So I'm going to duplicate this one, bring it down here. Hey, Edward, thank you for that super chat. All right, let's see here. I'll do a real quick portfolio review. Let's see here, just for Edward, who sent me. I don't even know what RON is in currency, but anyhow, this looks solid already. I can tell this guy's already pretty good. I wish I could see a bigger version of this, but this, from what I see, it's very pixelated, kind of. This looks solid. Very good white space. The visual hierarchy and the type is good. And this is a monochromatic approach, which does give you that feel of luxury with the white and the black on top of each other. Yeah, that's solid. Let's go back here. Let's check out another one. Well, he's almost as ripped as I am. No, but this is solid. I like the text-based watermark. Very nice. This up here, this particular example, seems like maybe not enough white space, or contrast rather, on the text elements. But yeah, from what I see, overall, very solid. Thank you for the super chat. All right, let's get back to this. All right, so it's a Romanian. Oh, it's okay. Well, that makes sense. That muscle guy was scary. Yeah, I wish. I gained like 13 pounds over this winter season. Now I'm cutting back down. Okay, so the first UI design. All right, this next slide, I really want to emphasize the importance of color. Yeah, color. The amount of color. So I also have Adobe XD up here. I think we'll work on this just to create a quick illustration-based, slide-based demo of what color can do. So I'm going to make a real quick sort of fake little user interface to demonstrate this concept. So I think we'll just, the easiest thing to do is like a card. So we'll take the back. We'll go ahead and take this in, get rid of that ugly border. All right. And then we'll have some type of card-based layout here of sorts. I think what we'll do is this. I'll duplicate that, pull this down. We'll take these the border radiuses, which is right here. I'm always confused about which one is which. Yeah, it's the bottom one. Okay. Take those both down. This one will be opposite. So we go this. and that. Okay. Now we put them together. There we go. So this would be like a fake placeholder image type thing. So let's see here. I think initially I'll use, this will be the good version of color, and then I'll make it really ugly with bad color with like too many choices or something. So we can put like a title. I'm just gonna put my card title. All right. We'll make it bold. And then we'll do tags or something. So we'll have my tag, and then we will come in and I'm going to make this really ugly just to demonstrate, and then we'll do like a before and after in terms of color, amount of color. Oops, this goes up here. This will be just regular. We'll take that, repeat grid the thing. All right, that doesn't look so good yet. What size are these? 17? All right, and then maybe we'll have a description. We'll do the Lorem Ipsum plugin. Lipsum, where are you at? There we go. Increase that line height, maybe to around there. Change this color down to here. Just slightly gray. And that's it. So what we'll do is I'm going to showcase, this will be like the after. So let me move this over, and now we're going to create an ugly variation to just simply to demonstrate how ugly a UI design can look when you have bad color. So what I'll do is duplicate that artboard. Maybe we'll make the background one color, something that really hurts your eyeballs, essentially. We'll make the text color a different color. Maybe the tags will be a different color, because I've seen people do stuff like this and it just doesn't look good. There. Yeah, I've literally seen people do stuff like that. So then we'll just show the after over here. So what I'll do is I will screenshot that, and in Google Slides, fortunate, we can paste. So I'll just here, delete this. We'll duplicate that one. There we go. Ugly. That's right. And then we'll show the after. So I'll get this. Go back here. Screenshot that. And then paste that in. We want this to be lined up with good white space inside of the slide container. Actually, we should be aligning it up with this perfectly. Actually, let me just go all the way out. There we go. There, oh, come on. There we go. So now let me delete that one. Duplicate that. Delete this. Paste that. I'll check out the chat in a second. I know you guys have been talking, but I'm focused right now. There we go. All right. All right, everybody. What's up? What header so big? Oh, this right here, this is supposed to be a header. It's supposed to be like just a placeholder image, like a card, like there would be a photograph here or something. All right. So let's continue on. After that, I want to talk about contrasting colors. So real quickly, I'll probably just hop back in here. We'll do 170 people watching me work on this. How funny. I will do another slide here of just how you need to pay attention to how your colors contrast between each other. Because when you're dealing with your primary colors in your color scheme, you want to make sure that they contrast and also complement each other well. So I'll make a white example here. Actually, I shouldn't be deleting those. I'll save these stuff, all these things. Let me come over here. So I can say, I'm just going to put some colors next to each other. By the way, thank you for the super chat. I see you there. I'll get to you after I create this slide here. And don't worry, I'm not going to be doing slides this whole time. I'm going to be hopping into the Scrimba editor and working on that as well. So we're going to create just some examples of colors that just don't work well with each other. Like that. Like that's horrible right there. It hurts your eyes. That's what I wanted to do, at least. All right, and then we'll maybe do another one. I don't want to do red again. Certainly, I don't want to do purple either. Yeah, we can. It's no big deal. Move this over here. See, these color. I'll do one more. These color combinations are just killing me. Yeah, we'll go green there. Okay, there we go. Horrible. Okay, so that's meant to be horrible. And then maybe I'll improve them in terms of just creating colors that seem to work better with each other. There we go. So a darker purple will work with this color. For this purple, what else would work with that? Usually I like kind of going a little bit darker just so you don't have two primary colors that are competing with each other so much. Really these colors here work pretty well together as well. And this one, if I just eyedrop it, that color is extremely bright though. These right here could possibly work together. So these versus these. So we can see how they contrast better, a lot better. So awesome. Okay, so what I'll do is just are these white? Are these white backgrounds? No. There. We'll make these completely white. Okay. So now I'm going to just copy this. All right, we'll duplicate that. We're almost done here, don't worry. I'll be getting to that guy's review. Change background to white. All right, we'll duplicate that. And I'll come back here to XD. We'll grab this one. All right. Roughly the same size. There. So if I just take it right here. All right, good. All right, Kyle, what's up? Let's check your Dropbox. Let's see this. Let's delete that. It's an XD file. I suppose I could download it. All right, let's check out Kyle's UI design here. I'm not sure which one I need to look. I wonder if it's prototyped up. No, there's no prototyping happening here. Okay, that's fine then. Let's just check out like this one. Okay, so this is Kyle's UI design here. The header is pretty solid. I think it might be maybe to use a little bit lighter of a font weight up here. And then that way test your site will really pop out even more. This section, pretty solid right here. Maybe move down this whole area like in the middle slightly. So it's more centered horizontally or vertically rather. It's good either way. Right here we have, is your website up to par? Enter your URL for a free instant evaluation of your site. That's working pretty good. This is pretty solid. Oh, this looks like Montserrat. Yeah, again, I would probably just, well, no, this is fine. I was going to say center align this so it's in the center of this block here, but I think it's fine up there. If you could think of something else to put here, that would be, to fill it out better, that would be ideal. Let's see here. Yeah, other than that, that's pretty solid. Pretty solid design. Thank you very much for that. All right, let's close that out. All right, so the slides, I think I want to make one more slide. I know everybody hates slides, but I got to do them. And that is to talk about not just color combinations and using different colors, but also using colors of the same hue, but different lightnesses and darknesses and the amount at which they contrast. So these are colors that really just don't contrast well with each other, but you can create colors or color schemes that have very little contrast that do work well. So I wanted to just demonstrate what I'm talking about there. You guys are probably confused too. So you know what? I could probably do this solely inside. Oh, don't delete that one. Solely inside of here. So if I take my shape tool, shapes, here we go. We can create, hopefully easily. How do I change the damn background? Where do I do that at? It's text color. I don't want text color though. Right click, change shape. Of course, you know, if you had a change shape option, I mean, okay, maybe not. Format options. Do I have to go there? Jesus Christ, this is horrible. All right, not using that. We're going to go to XD instead. Okay, so we'll just take this, come down here, and we'll demonstrate what I'm talking about in this section. So like, delete all these. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do here. So what we'll do is have like maybe like a blue right here. Yeah, I know what I'll do. So we'll put like a headline. I know you can't see that right now. 1 second. We'll use Nunito for this. Increase the font size. We'll just do a sub headline. This is why my service is so much better than the others. Okay, whatever. We'll make it regular then. Make this a little bit bigger. All right, and then what I'll do is duplicate this and come slightly darker. And initially this won't be here. And I think what we'll do in this section is put some other, like a H2 element, something that's kind of bigger. So I think maybe we'll put, well, maybe I won't do that. Maybe put some cards here. And in fact, maybe I won't even design for these. I'll just let me hide this. I'm just going to put a circle in here, I think. That's it. It's just going to be kind of like a skeleton UI because I don't want to spend all this time on just a simple demo here. So what I'll do is just like do that there. Maybe it's an icon or something. There we go. We'll take the repeat grid tool, push it out here. There we go. So initially we'll say that, then, wait, where did that thing go? Oh, whatever. We'll duplicate this, make it slightly darker just to show that you can use slightly differing shades of your primary colors in order to section off your layouts. So that's just one type of thing I wanted to address. Let me get this, make sure these are large here. I'll bring the chat back, don't worry. I'm gonna do this. And then we will come back here, paste that in. I'll do the same thing for the other one. We're just about done with the slides. I have one more, that's it. Just paste that other image in and we're ready to rock with the coding part. So now I'm gonna go to here. All right. Paste that in. Okay, awesome. So those are, wait, let me move this off. Let me just make this larger. I should have did this in the first damn place. There, okay, cool. Those are our slides. So now I'm gonna save that. And now I'm going to go switch over. I'll check out the chat here to this section. So this is the Scrimba editor. And this is where I'm going to set up and you can import my Google Slides that I just created. In fact, I'll do that right now. So I'll just go to File, Publish to Web. There we go. Now I got the URL and then I can import my Google Slides, and they're going to show up right down there. So then when I'm recording, I can click on this, I can use my keyboard arrows and start talking about everything that I just created. Isn't that cool? Okay. Then when I click off, it just goes back down. All right. So now those will be my intro slides, and I'll talk about them, and then I'll do some type of example, like an interactive example that shows how you can use color to make an interface better. Then it'll be like a bad version and then a better version. Let me check the chat, what's going on. I use Google Slides because that's what Scrimba uses when you want to have slides as a part of your lesson. Good eye buzz. This course would be like a quarter one of this year for sure. So hopefully, you know, late February, early March maybe. All right. I mean, who knows? It could be sooner. I'm not sure. We'll just have to see how this course proceeds. So now, let's see here. What I want to do now is create a layout of sorts in here that demonstrates good or bad code. So let's go back to the HTML. I'm going to delete the script. We don't need any JavaScript for this. Delete file. All right. So I'll have probably a container, a div class container. I'm so used to using Emmet. Unfortunately, they don't have Emmet support. Now the cool thing about this is I'm going to be recording the actual tutorial, our lesson, while you guys are watching me live, once I get this set up real quick. So we'll have a container. Do I want to do a card design again? I'm going to think probably no. I think maybe we'll just do like a hero section of a website or something. So we'll have a container. That'll have a background color. On top of it, we'll have maybe just a header. All right, because that'll be one element that we can have color on. It'll just be empty. I'm not going to have any logo or anything inside of it. So it'll kind of be more of like a skeleton UI, I think. Underneath that, we'll have an, let's see, maybe a main section. Inside of that, we'll have an H1 element. Know your code. I don't know why that came to mind, but I'm just trying to come up with different titles. Know your code, paragraph. Yeah, we'll have a paragraph and a call to action. So use our service to ensure that your coding, let me close this out, is the best it can be, whatever that means. Oh, stop that. There we go. All right, and then we'll have an ahref going nowhere. Class, well, we're only going to have one link, so we can just use the a tag. And we'll say start coding, whatever. All right, so that's good there. Trying to think if I want any other element, maybe a footer. So we have the class container. Trying to think here. We'll just have a footer at the bottom, I think. Footer. So that gives me enough elements to demonstrate good and bad color in UI design. So footer. And trust me, this is just like, these are just introduction lessons, these UI design fundamentals that I'm recording at this point in time. There's going to be a lot more examples that brings everything together. So these are just real simple for the time being. All right, so that's what it looks like. Now we need to use our CSS to make it first look good, and then I'll destroy it, and then there will be fixes. You'll see what I mean. Okay, so let's see, body. I think what I'll do is step into, well, we'll see first. Body, let's see, we already got margin 0. I'll do height, 100 viewport height. All right, and then I will, what else will I do? Yeah, we might use Adobe XD to come up with a color scheme for things. So let me duplicate this. So what we are going to have here, let me get you guys back. What's up? All right. So what we're going to do is duplicate the header that I created, the header element. I think I'm going to try to make it look good, and then we'll make it look ugly initially. All right. So then these two color combinations aren't good, that's for sure. Oops. We'll use a background color here. Let's eyedrop that. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. So we had a headline, subheadline, and we need a button. So Get rid of that. The button, we could give this color just for like a complementary color. Find that yellows work well to really stand out as a call to action with purple. So then we'll take this, start coding. I think that's the anchor text that I use. Maybe we can use purple for that. Make it smaller. Good white space in there. All right, and then I had a footer. Which maybe that can be darker. All right, I think that's what I'll set this up as being roughly inside of the CSS. So the first element that we have is the header, right? So we're gonna do header. Let me enlarge this so just to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. So header, I'm gonna grab my colors from here. So let me come back up here. There we go. This will be background. Let's see. There we are. There's our header. Next up is going to be this section. So that color code is right here. And so this is just the body background I think we'll do. So background color or background whatever. There we go. Let's make everything, I think I was using white. Color white. We need to go to fonts.google to get our new Nito font that we're using. All right, so add this, go there, customize, we'll get a regular and bold version, we'll embed it through import, copy that, there we go. Import that at the top, there we go. And then font family. All right. And then we have a container element. Oh, that's containing everything though. No, the header should be outside of that. There we go. And our container will have margin and or padding on the right and left. So we'll take our container and we'll say let's just see what this is doing here. Okay, that's pretty good right there. I think we'll do 2EM, 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 and then 3EM right here. Okay, so it pushes it down just a tad bit. The H1 element, too much. Yeah, we'll put margin 0 on that. I think our, let me see if I can, yeah, that looks pretty decent. All right, so then our call to action, which is our A element, we're gonna do background, yellow. That's not the exact color code we were using though. Let's go here. Actually, it probably looks like it was close to it. Very close to it. And then we will padding, 1 EM, 0.5 EM, and 4 EM. No, 3 EM. 2.3 EM. There we go. Display, we're going to do inline block. And then that text is ugly. Color is going to be that purple right here. All right. Text decoration, none. Border radius will be like, yeah, screw it. We'll just go with a pill shape. And then let's see what that looks like compared to what we created. Font weight bold. And slightly smaller font size, like what's it now? 1 EM, 0.9 EM. and margin top. Maybe 1.5 EM. There we go. And then our footer. What did I do up here with the header? I said height. We have a background color for that. We're almost done here. All right. Actually, I think I want to do something slightly different for this, just to structure this differently. So, what I'll do, actually, no, hold on. Position, absolute, bottom, 0. Why is that not working? Being slow. Actually, what I think I'll do is we'll make the background color this color. Yeah. Because I don't want to feel like using that. Let me see. And then I'll have a container background color will be this one. Almost done here. All right, so background. This time it won't have margins, it'll be like padding. There we go. Okay, so that's a little bit better. Still need to add some margin bottom on here just to even things out, 2 EM. All right, so this will be the good version of the color schemes for this lesson. But by default, we're going to make it look quite bad. All right, so what I'll do is I'm going to copy all this CSS and put it in a text document off the side of my screen so I have the actual values to get to this point. But now we're going to make it look like garbage. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show the students, you know, how effective color can really make a UI design look so much better, and just to show how much of an important role it has. And that's pretty much what I've done with all these other UI design fundamentals, like color contrast and white space, alignment. All right, so what we'll do here is only change the colors. So our background, I'll do this in here first. So this is our good version. This is going to be our bad version. So all right, we can really screw this up so bad. That's already horrendous, right? Maybe we'll choose an option here that doesn't contrast very well. Yeah, that's so ugly. 'Cause trust me, I've seen people do stuff like this. It's like it's so sad. All right. Maybe this one doesn't contrast hardly at all. All right. So we're going to go from this to this. Okay. Good. All right. So now I have my color values. So the background is going to be this color. Or actually, the background is going to be that same color still, but the container element is going to be that color. Okay, so container, where are you at? All right, so ugly. All right. Yeah, new haircut. My wife made fun of me. Like, she hates it. So tough, right? This is going to be color. I'm just trying to make this look like that ugly, ugly, ugly thing going on there. This is that color. Where's background? And then there's this color. I don't even think we specified our paragraph element, did we? No. So I'll just take P, color, and there we go. So that's the very ugly starting point, and then I'm just going to simply do overwrites down here. All right, where I demonstrate how exactly we'll use CSS properties to override those horrible values. So now I have to do that. So the first one was the header. So the header color will be overwritten with this property. And then the next was the container. The container was that property. Next after that is that paragraph, color white. Then the A element, that is just the background color change. And there we, no. Oh, the H1. The H1 needs to be overwritten as well to white. Actually, we can combine those. H1. There. Now we're back. So these are my fixes that will apply when I'm recording. So, okay, here's what's really cool. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to record this live, this lesson, while you guys are watching, and I hope it works. It should work. So I'm going to do a test. Here's the record button. It has my microphone. I'm going to do a test of that. All right, testing the audio. Oh, let me get my speaker volume up. All right, testing the audio. You heard it works. That's coming through my computer speakers, so it doesn't sound good, but it is recording well though. And I'm going to record this. So let me check out the messages before I record. Oh man. Dev, what's up, man? I saw some people saying Dev Ed down here. I was like, who's it? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, if you can torrent it on Scrimba, yeah. Unfortunately, it's not going to be video files. Actually, they can make it a video file if they want, but for this actual course, they're not going to. All right. Here we go. Now, I guarantee you, I'm going to screw up because I usually do. But there is an editor, like I mentioned before. So I'm going to do this. All right, here we go. So first, before I record, I need to check out these again. The first UI design fundamental that shapes a user experience is color. Okay. Now, when it comes to colors and their meanings, color psychology, it's very important that you do your research. So right now, I'm just practicing. So I usually do that before I record a video like this. So I'm just practicing. Yeah. Let me reset. When it comes to color psychology, no, when it comes to the colors that you use in your UI designs, it's extremely important to first do the research. First, you have to understand your target audience. You know, where do they come from? Because certain colors can mean different things to different cultures. So, for instance, we see here that we have green, and this usually elicits the ideas of wealth, nature, and growth. This is what this color can be associated with. Black, for instance, could be luxury, sophistication, and elegance. So depending on your role in your company, they may already provide you with these colors, but it may be up to you to come up with these colors yourself. So it's very important that you take the time to understand and do research about color psychology and their meanings based on what it is you want to project for the company that you're creating a UI for. Next up, what I need to do, I guess, on the side of the screen is have a kind of like something I can glance at, letting me know what these slides are supposed to represent. So the first one, I already know that. Next, the second one was color psychology. These are just kind of like points that I need to remember. This is going to be color combination. No, yeah, color combination. All right, so we can see in this example, there's a lot of colors here, and they don't really contrast well. In fact, it kind of hurts your eyes when you look at this pinkish color contrasting with the blue. We also have yet two other colors in terms of hue, right here for the tags and the title. And we can see if you really, you can see the difference between an improved example when you check out the next slide, where everything is just really simplified in terms of the colors. We have one primary color, we have a very light gray, and then the card is white on top of it. And so if we go back and forth, we can see really when the effect that good color in UI design has. Okay, so let me see here. That was actually going to be color contrast, yeah. So okay, and then next up is going to be this section, colors, your color combinations that you use. In general, like I mentioned, you don't want more than 3 primary colors, but some colors, they do not contrast very well. Like I mentioned, they kind of hurt your eyes. And we can see if we take the 3 on the left, on this left column, and we improve the colors that you could use on the right column, we can see they just work so much better together. So if we go back and forth, this hurts your eyes. You want to throw this away. This is much easier on the eye. And so there's a lot of tools that you can use. Coolors.co, COOLORS.co can help you come up with these type of color schemes that really contrast well. And we're going to have a lot of practice going forward as well throughout this course. And then also, you can also use, okay, so let me put this down as a note. I have like this notepad document opened on the side where I'm just telling myself what each of these cards is about. This here is going to be about color contrast. Yeah, color contrast specifically. So here's an example where, you know, this isn't really bad, but really just having slight offset contrasts between your elements can really help shape the different sections in a layout. All right, so after that, I'm going to go ahead and click off to the side here, and this is not going to be shown initially. What I'll do here is, yeah, just delete that. This is what's going to be shown. I'm going to center it in the browser, wrong button. All right. And I'm going to talk about, you know, how we can use color to drastically improve this particular example and do it with the CSS properties. So yeah, I think I'm good to go. We're ready to record. Oh, I'm so excited. All right. Here we go. All right. Oh my God, my jaw just cracked. How long have I been recording, by the way? 1 hour and 3 minutes. Oh, this is perfect. I'll be done real soon. Okay, here we go. I want to make sure this is closed out first. There's all these little things I need to remember. Okay. This needs to be starting over from the beginning. Okay. All right, you guys ready? You ready for this? I'm ready for it. I guarantee I'm going to screw this up. All right, here we go. The first UI design fundamental that really shapes a user's experience is color. Because think about it, when you visit a website or an app or, you know, a user interface of any sort, before you even are able to process and read any type of heading, for example, really your eye is exposed to color. And so color, in terms of a UI design fundamental, is extremely important. So for instance, let's talk about color psychology very briefly. Each color elicits a certain meaning to a certain group of people. Green, for instance, can usually be associated with wealth, nature, and growth, whereas black can be used to be associated with luxury, sophistication, and elegance. But one thing that's very important to understand is that depending on the company or that you're building a UI for, who their target audience is, you know, where did they come from? Because certain colors can mean different things to different cultures. So you just need to be aware that you need to understand, okay, I screwed up. I was thinking about YouTube streaming. So that's okay, I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to edit this part out. Okay, I'm going to leave some blank audio so I can find this. So you just need to be aware of exactly what it is that your business wants to project in terms of eliciting emotions, and also who is your target demo for this particular app. I fucked up. For this particular app. And who your target demo is for this particular app. So next up, one thing that you want to avoid is using a bunch of colors in your UI design. That's one thing that's a sure way to really just make a UI design that's otherwise, in terms of all the other UI design fundamentals, is great. Color will, just too many colors will really destroy the quality. So here's an example where we have a blue background with this color that doesn't very work well with this particular blue. This pink, it doesn't contrast great, kind of hurts your eyes. Then we have a different color here in my card title. We have another different color here for the tags. It's just all over the place. But if we were to improve this, you can see how much better this is on the eyes. And of course, we're going to get into many examples that will help you develop this ability to create good color. Another thing you want to avoid is using colors that don't really work well or complement each other well. These colors here, these three on the side, do not work well or contrast well with the colors here on the right. But if we keep the same three right here, we can certainly find different colors and lightnesses and darknesses of those colors that work well, just like here. As you can see, if we go back and forth, it just looks so much better to the eye. And then finally, we can also use slight variances of the same hue in terms of darknesses and lightness values to really reinforce different blocks of our layout. Okay, so with that said, I wanted to show you an example here where we can use our CSS properties to make this particular very ugly design a lot better. So as we can see, this where it says know your code, I mean there's colors all over the place. Otherwise, it's pretty strong in terms of the UI design fundamentals. There's good white space, there's good scale, there's good visual hierarchy, there's good alignment, but there's not great contrast and there's not great color. That's the main thing that we need to fix. So with that said, let's go ahead and see what it would take just to make this look 1,000 times better. And remember, when it comes to color, there are millions of colors, right? I mean, there's so many different variations. So there's not just one way to do it. I'm gonna show you one of many ways that you could approach this, and eventually you will develop that eye. So I'm gonna come here in the index.html. We can see it's fairly simple. We just have a header element, we have a container, and a footer. So we're gonna go to our index.css. Here's all the regular CSS rule sets used to create exactly what you see here right now. So what we'll do here in overwrites is fix all this. All right, so the first thing that I want to do, and of course I screwed this up. Where did my fixes go? I thought I had a text document of all my fixes. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. That is so annoying. I had all of them and they're gone. They're not in my note document anymore. I'm gonna have to delete this. All right, well, here we go. So annoying. Okay, so I have the whole thing, like this thing, but I don't have my exact fixes. All right, whatever. No big deal. All right, let's see here. Where am I gonna start? All right, this may not go smooth because I need to, I started with my header, okay. So the first thing that we want to improve is this header. But a lot of these improvements really won't come into fruition until we make the other improvements to the other areas. So I'm going to take the header and we're giving it a background of this color code, which is pretty much the same as what it was. No, I'm an idiot. Oh my God. Here's what I'm gonna have to do. We're gonna cut all of this part out at the end of this video. I need to redo all my fixes. You gotta be freaking kidding me. And this is the life of somebody who creates tutorials. That sucks so bad. Wait, that is the color code, right? Oh, are these exactly the same? Yeah, so I don't even need to fix that stupid element. Let's, I wish you could pause. That would be cool if they had a pause feature. So stupid. We're gonna change the body, there we go, the body background. I think, what is happening here? I had all the fixes all ready to go. This is turning out to be an absolute disaster, by the way. Why is it doing that? Like, it wasn't doing that before. Oh my god. Or was that container? Oh well, whatever, we'll see. It's like it got rid of some of my rule sets or something. I don't know what happened here. Like that bar, the body background color. Let me do something real quick. There, that's what it's supposed to be. That's what it was. Okay, so that's what I want to get to, damn it. So the body background color is that. All right, so that's the same. Yep, you know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to completely, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to redo this. Unless I just, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna show each CSS property. I think I'm just gonna copy and paste and overwrite this. Yeah. So I think I'll just I'll go like this. Ah, that's not gonna work though, because people are gonna want to know exactly what I did to change it. And at this point, I already went back too far. Let me get back to where I was. Get rid of these overrides. I need to just figure this out. Okay, so what I'll do is, have to remember. So I have my container, and that background color is, okay. So the container background color needs to be this damn element right here. There we go. So container, and this is still recording. I'm glad I can edit it. It's going to be that. That's the first fix. The next fix is going to be the this element, which is the H1. The H1 will be, oh, and the P, that's right, will be white. Oh, no, not background, color. All right, and then the A is going to be this color. And there we go. Okay, there we go. That's only the rule sets that we need. Jesus, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, here we go. So the first thing we're going to change up here is this color right here. That's really killing a lot. So what we'll do is change our container to background. And the color I'm going to use is 3C1. We can see it right there, 5. Yeah, it's 3C1581. Already looking a lot better just by changing one color. Also, we'll make our H1 element and paragraph element both white, and there we go. I mean, it's starting to look so much better. And finally, because there's these colors right here don't really work well, we can see the start coding, it doesn't really contrast well enough with the background. We'll choose a color that more complements this purple way more, and really will make that call to action stand out much better. So we'll make our A background FEE D00. It's basically a vibrant yellow. And there we go. So with just 3 rule sets and a few properties, we've gone from this here to this. And I'll show you just here off the side in a free form version. We went from this to this. And that, my friends, is the importance of understanding good color. There. Wow. I'm going to have to cut out a bunch from that. So what I'll end up doing is they have an editor. I think I'll do this not right now, not live, but this editor allows me to just come in and edit certain things from this. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I've already been streaming for a long time. Well, yeah, an hour and 15 minutes. So definitely I will... I'll make this code, this here available. You guys can watch it after I publish it and fix those stupid edits. And I'll put it in the description of the YouTube video that YouTube will automatically upload. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and head off and fix this, and then I'll make it available. Usually, YouTube makes these live stream videos available like 30 minutes to an hour after the live stream's ended. All right, guys, been fun. Hopefully you found that interesting. And you can see, I mean, just how, I mean, it's difficult recording these things. Things go wrong almost all the time. All right, talk to you guys soon. Goodbye. Now, if I could just close.